I don't know what you guys see. These LED lights we have up here really make it hard to video or shoot any pictures right here. So I usually do them somewhere else. What's up? What's up? 2 online. I see 2 thumbs up and 0 online, which is weird. 1 online. Kilo Bravo 6. Lima Charlie Whiskey. What's up? HDR Crossbones. What's going on, man? How are you guys this weekends? 6 and 10. What's up? Let's raise that thumbs up. 15. Come on, hit those like buttons, guys. Let's go. Let's go. We'll do this as long as you guys do that. As long as there's conversation, we'll continue. There's definitely other shit I can be doing. There's definitely other shit you can be doing. So as long as the conversation's good, we will go tonight. So if you want to bid on this dump tray, we'll do it just like we used to on Facebook. Just post your dollar amount that you would like to bid on this, and just keep rolling through with it. Just put bid and then the amount. So we'll easily be able to find those, and we'll auction this thing off here. So if you're interested in it, just start your bid, keep going, and join the conversation. Nightlife, what's up? Taylor, what's up? Don, what's going on? Daryl Stokes, what's up? Does the tray come with the comments? Do you know why your life's so fucked up? Because of that right there. That's why. You just had to be the dude, didn't you? And I don't know if your life's fucked up or not, but there's always dipshit. Peoples, what's up, man? Chad Grimm, what's going on? High bid is 40 bucks. And this will also determine if we ever do a bid here again, if we ever do an auction. 100 is the high bid. What's up, guys? What's up? So what everybody do today? How was your day? I have not left the property at all, nor has Amanda. She cut up a bunch of chicken breast, cooked it up, and it is now in the freeze dryer. I've been going through the last 4 hours probably, went through every single order, emailed guys about stuff we didn't have and the options to get this shipped, and then pulled a bunch of stuff, boxed a bunch of stuff today. So come Monday, a ton of that stuff will ship out. Went and looked at some property. That's cool. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? High bid. I see the first one on here. Rifleman First has 200. Chad Grimm also has 200. But Rifleman's came through first. So up your bid or just leave it and it won't go through. Made some dehydrated pepperoni. I love the dehydrated pepperoni. It's like pepperoni chips. They're very crisp. Coach archery team got some seeds in the mail. Right on. What kind of seeds you get, man? And what kind of archery? Like recurve or compound or 3D targets? Like what are we doing? From horseback, Lexington, Kentucky. Made 4 new batches of goat milk soap. Right on. Do you use lye with that? Do you have to use lye? Have you ever made your own lye? High bid I'm seeing on this is 250 bucks right now. Charlie Juliet, what's up? Worked on building a deck on the house. Lumber's out. Lumber is crazy. I'm hearing from a lot of different places that lumber is going to go up. We have a friend who works at a lumber mill, and they're hearing kind of on the inside, lumber's going, all this stuff right here, all this ships orders Monday. This is all orders going out Monday. EDC pouch, the 3 slot. I'm loving this thing. Business card case. This is the one I carry with me every day. That's an old dump tray. But all of these things right here all ship out Monday. Cheaper to floor with 2x6 than versus decking boards. Cheaper to floor with 2x6. High school paper targets with the poundage compound, no sights. Low poundage compound, right on. Yes, I'm using right now. I'm making it myself. So that's awesome, man. So I'd always heard that you float if the lye contents is correct, it will float an egg or won't float an egg. And then I'm listening to a prepper story where they made some, And they say you can tell the lye is ready because you put a chicken feather in it and it will dissolve the chicken feather. So it's acidic, right? Because it'll burn you really bad. It'll eat your skin off. So did you make it? You made it from what? Wood ash. Hardwood is better, right? Wood ash, and then you put it in a pillowcase or something, and you drip water through it. Is that kind of how it works? Lone Star, what's up? Rifleman first. High bid on the tray right now is $275 is what I'm seeing. Got tobacco seeds, 2 variety tomato seeds, green beans. Right on. Right on. That's cool. Joined late. Current bid Israel is $275. How about the synthetic? You can almost build with synthetic 2x4s and 6s for the price you're going to pay for wood right now. Ooh, it's cold out here. Have more seeds coming. Cody got a bunch of seeds just the other day. I picked up a bunch of mammoth sunflower and okra when we were at Lowe's the other day. No, synthetics are running about $4 a linear foot. Very caustic. It will burn your skin full strength. Have more seeds. Like the new I like the new 3-pouch too, man. I like it. 50 people on. True synthetic, John. You're ever going to production make the trays? I don't know. I've made a dozen or so of them. I've given them to some guys. We auction them off. Whether we'll build them or not, I don't know if we will or not. We tried Trex. It didn't hold up to the weight of the snow. You bags that are smell tight, like duffel airtight-ish. I don't know what you're asking. Are you asking if our bags are waterproof? They're not. If we have to have that conversation, then I don't have the product for you. Like I have tool bags sitting outside, torrential thunderstorms at my lake house. Open them up, all the contents inside the tool bags are dry. If you're going to put it underwater, of course it's going to get wet, which means you would also smell it. So if dogs are tracking you, then, you know, it doesn't matter what's inside the bag. They're going to smell it anyways. Sewing the leather versus normal material. Do your machine handle sewing leather well? They do. They do. I'm going to take 4 or 5 more batches tomorrow because it needs that much time to cure. Right on. Philip Strother, what's up? Do you ever emboss or stamp? Yeah, I'm going to have a stamp made. I am going to have a stamp made, and then we can do our own patches and stuff. We've dealt with leather guys, several of them, really, really good quality. They're all fucking nuts, though. Like, they all have fucking problems. It's always been a fucking nightmare. So I think we'll just do it all ourselves. Have some loofah seeds and dipper gourds coming in. If they grow good, I want to sell the loofah sponges and dippers. Right on. I want to do some gourds too, just for purposes. I have some loofahs here, and if you're on here, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but a dude that's local here, that is on one of my social media channels, grew these loofahs. I have a whole bag of them, and when they're small, you can eat them like cucumbers. And then I have a whole bag of seeds. So we're going to grow those on a trellis this year. We're going to put them in. This whole bag here is all seeds, and then these are the seeds I was saying I got the other day. Bamboo. I've not planted bamboo. I have put it in for the last 3 years. We would have bamboo where I want it, right? And I'm going to plant just fucking wild running bamboo. I want it as a wall between my property barriers. And then, you know, you mow it. If you don't want it places, mow it. You can chemically kill it. You can burn it. But I want it to take over. I am not concerned with bamboo taking over my forest or whatever, right? We'll cut it down. Or we'll fence it in and put goats in there. Goats will eat it. If you get some of the law on and it burns. Oh, lie. Your hands stick it in vinegar. Oh, because it's a base. Gross sugar cane. Right on, right on. For sugar, is that what you want cane for? How about beets? Processing sugar beets. And also, how about like stevia, right? Are you trying to do for sweeteners? Or you want it for calories? 20 degree, some snow, pretty nice. We're probably about 20-ish right now. We were 30 today. Water was still frozen, but when the sun came out, it defrosted everything. There was still a little bit of light snow in the shade from yesterday. Molasses cane, Fight Club soap, use tallow from Big Mac Fatty. And as far as your bamboo, they have running and clumping. You can get two different kinds of bamboo. There's hundreds of types of bamboo. There's bamboo that will do great in your cold climate. There's bamboos that get 10 feet tall. There's bamboos that get 40 feet tall. There's bamboo that gets 1 inch around. There's bamboo that gets 4 inches around. You can use it as pipe. You have to knock out the membrane out of the center. They use bamboo for fucking centuries for stuff. I'm looking for my phone. Here it is. There's a video went up live tonight on YouTube. And then there's this video here. Anybody know what the high auction bid is on that tray right now? Cane to feed, sugar, and fuel. Just like Gilligan's Island. Well, my grandson is now an SOE fan. Took one of the utility pouches and flat pouches for himself. Says he wants more of those. Bags are staying strong. 5-year-old fan, right on. 275, right on. The lake is frozen 3 feet deep. Yeah, my pond's got ice across it, but I wouldn't walk on it. I'm looking to see, my phone moves all its shit around it all the time. It's never on the page I put it on. It's 30 degrees here right now. And then tonight, it looks like the low is, I think that is our low. So they were calling for way colder temperatures. But it looks like 30, it's right now is the coldest. So at midnight, it'll be 31, and then it keeps creeping up to 35. Watching the new video prior, finish it right on, Chuck. Mike Reeves, 280 bucks is the high bid on the tray right now. How old's the grandson, Chuck? Oh, you said 5. He's 5. Disregard. We've got Typhon toxic injectable pouches going. We got Typhon orange injectables going. These here are probably these are CQB with no pistols. Right here, multi-cams. We have lots of mag pouches going. If you need mag pouches, now's your time. Should be warming up tomorrow, right on. I had to explain how bugs piss. I have these dots right here are bugs piss. And these are clean pants I've just put on. And they have fucking, the rabbit peed all over them. The big rooster, my biggest rooster was dead this morning when I went out. He was up in the nest box. I feel like he probably got in there trying to eat eggs or something and couldn't get out, and he just died. He's been kind of like lethargic the last maybe week. I think he like jumped off of something and maybe hurt because he was kind of limping. I think he just damaged himself, and then with it being cold. And I definitely don't miss him. Like there are many times where I truly tried to kill him, and he just survived it. 12 degrees. How old was he? Don, he's out of that last batch, so beginning of COVID, right? Beginning of whenever COVID started. Out of those first batch of birds, we were going around to Tractor Supply and buying every egg-laying chicken they had. And Cody went out and brought back a bunch, and turkey neck chickens were in there. He's a terrible looking bird, and he's a rapist. Like, I have chickens running around that have no feathers on their ass because he mounts them so frequently. And he's much bigger than they are. I'm going to the flea market tomorrow. I'm going to get some blue barrels, and they sell some that had jalapenos in them. Right on. So, Jason, you getting 55 gallons? Is that what you're getting? Blue barrels? I'm going to have to come check your flea market out. Like, we don't have a decent flea market at all. We have, like, they call it trade days, but it's all bullshit. It's all, like, fucking China trash that you order off the internet. Or, like, returns from Amazon. You order Amazon pallets. It's just all fucking trash. They don't have shit here. 55 gallons, right on, man. They have animals there. He also wants a micro rig for his 22 because it looks cool. Right on, man. Right on. Spend time with that kid. High bid right now is $280 on the tray. Lone Star Living had $275. $280 is the high bid right now. HD, right on. Thank you. Flea markets around here are usually junk. Man, we went to the flea market in Nashville, which is usually like antiques and crafts and stuff. But it wasn't even, it wasn't even 20% filled. We walked out of there and didn't buy anything at all. And like I go trying to buy stuff. Like I'm always looking for cool things. We did meet a lady though, who is from Kentucky. And we friended each other on Instagram and Facebook, and she seems really cool. She does like a lot of outdoor stuff. I'm looking for a authentic cigar Indian, and she had one, but it wasn't like a big one. It was kind of skinny, and it looks like it was probably in a tobacco shop at one time. I remember going to Disneyland, and they had tobacco shops at Disneyland, and I remember going into gas stations, and they had like tons and tons of cigars and stuff. And you always, as a kid, I always saw cigar Indians. And now it's part of Americana, right? And she has one, a really nice cedar one, but it's not painted. And I would bring that in here and I would never paint it. I just wouldn't. It'd be another project that would end up stuck someplace. It would be in the way, it would get knocked over once, and then we would take it and put it in the other building or something. So I want one that's done. And like stuff like that, I like to have two of them. I like to have a pair, so you can put them on the sides of doors or something. Have a place here that is selling heavy-duty locking lid, 30-gallon food-grade barrels, $35. I believe I'm going to pick a few up. Plus, they have 55-gallon water. That's a good price, man. That seems like a good price. If I saw those, I would buy them. But what I would do is I would talk to them about how much. Where's my discount, right? How much can I get 50 of them for? And then I would get together with a few friends, and we would just, if I didn't want them all, we would just buy them and, break it up. Like when I buy IBC totes, I usually buy them 22 at a time because that's what'll fit on my big trailer. Hunter Matthews, high bid at $290. $290 for the dump tray is the high bid. Had an old school cream separator I almost bought, but they have a few guys that sell old antique farm stuff that is still serving. Jason, where is that, man? What time's that open at? Jose, what's up, buddy? I didn't even see you on here. Goats, rabbits, chickens, turkeys. Man, I love buying animals. I love buying. I don't know why either. Hunter Matthews at $290. That's what the bid is at right now on the tray, $290. I wore my SOE hoodie and beanie running around all day today. Amanda was right. Small was still real. Hey, Jen, what's up? What's up? What's up? We've been wearing this shit out. Like I just published, I'm uploading a video, or I just published, I don't know, I just saw a video a minute ago. I don't know if it's up or not. Where we're wearing the Katanica hoodies. And it was one of the first times in the video that we had them on, and she was saying how impressed she was. We use these things all the time, and they seem pricey. Like, had I known the price, I probably would have not ordered it. But I got it for Christmas, and man, they're great. They are so nice. John, have you made it? Patty's 1880s Settlement Restaurant in Grand Riviera, Kentucky. It's right on the lakes. Just curious. Yes, I have. I thought it burnt down. It caught on fire a couple years ago, and I thought they were not rebuilding it. We've been there maybe half a dozen times. I like to go through their land between the lakes. It's a little place that has like cool little shops and stuff. There's a zoo if you walk down the concrete trail. There's a little like zoo out there, kind of like, they have some animals in cages and pens and stuff, ostriches and things. I get the pork chop over there, the apple pork chop, and the wilted bacon salad. It's a trip. They got a bunch of plants around in there that are all like fake silk plants, but it caught on fire. I thought it was a total loss, and I thought they weren't rebuilding it. That was a couple, maybe even several years ago. It's open. All right. Yeah, Turkey Bay is out there, the off-road park. We've been out there. Had to special order Amanda Hurst's last run as extra small. It fits her better. Thank you for all the goodies in the rubber ducky package. It literally made me giggle. Right on. Freeze-dried gummy bears or Skittles? I'm sure they are, Philip. Even if they're not, they will process them. We always have them. Come Tennessee. It's by Adamsville. They're open 8 to 4, and they have an indoor spot that's full of old lady stuff like corningware and glassware. Right on. Maybe we do that tomorrow, Amanda. Look that up. See if you can find it on Facebook. See if it looks promising. Travis Newton, are you in Tennessee, bud? I probably ask you that all the time, don't I? Maybe down that way next week, going to my brother's in Paducah. Paducah's about 45 minutes to an hour from here. Paducah's not far from us, man. Current high bid, Hunter Matthews has $290 on the tray. West of Lexington, Kentucky is a small town called Lawrenceburg. I've heard of Lawrenceburg. Is that where you're at? Doesn't Lawrenceburg have a bunch of like antique shops there? It's kind of famous for like their downtown area, right? Lawrenceburg. Isn't something there? Trying to work it out so I can make it to Camden on the 19th. Yeah, you should, man. You should. I may run over if I go, then be right back down for the festival. Totally, Chuck. Come on by. I find it hilarious that they made Tom Brady retire, or at least started the rumor today that he's retiring to distract from gigantic Canada trucker protest. All kinds of bullshit. They're not showing any of that, and it's not just Canadian trucker protests. There's U.S. trucker protests going on. There's a huge one going on in Australia. There's a ton of shit going on. Like, there are fucking lots and lots of people. And when they do show a picture of it, they show a little sliver, right? But when you see the other side talk about it, you see an aerial view, and it's fucking as far as you can see. And when you said Tom Brady, are we talking about somebody on the Supreme Court, or are we talking about a football player? I honestly don't have a fucking clue. Freedom Convoy 2022, right on. Yeah, I've been at work all day where they have CNN streaming nonstop, literally just Tom Brady and snow talk. Yeah. Huge protest in Belgium, tons of info, tons of Brady. Oh, the football player, okay. Why are they making him retire? Isn't he he's in some fucking commercials or something. I think a lot of those football players make more money after they retire. It's fixing to get some crazy. Hold on, folks. It's fixing to get crazy. It's not going to stop until they put a hurting on them. It's not going to stop. The people controlling this shit and making this happen, they're not there where the damage is, right? They'll kind of like, okay, we'll throttle it back a little bit. We hear you. And they'll kowtow to you. And then they'll just fucking do it anyways. Until you fucking take something from them that they feel, it is never going to stop. Bid is at $290. Got multi-cam on this side, leather on this side. It's a very stiff, heavy-handed leather. It smells amazing. You smell it when you walk in the building. There's 4 rolls of this stuff, all different. We bought them a couple weeks ago, but it's stiff. %70 are broke 5 years after they retire. I don't doubt that at all. They're probably broke even before they retire because they're so leveraged. But the ones you see on television, do you think Shaq made more money playing or now? All these guys doing commercials and shit. I couldn't tell who they are. I don't follow. I couldn't even tell you what sports most of them play. Kit bags. I have orders for, I think Raid kit bags is the only thing we have orders for. I went through every single order, at least that I had up here today. Everything that we had in the bins. Now, Cody and the guys in the back probably have, I know they have orders too. I didn't go through any of those. I have we have a Raid Black right here. This will ship an order. I have Raid Black kit bags right now. We're locking down all the clothes bags. If there's a clothes bag you want to order, we very well might not have it. But I'm about to lock all this shit down. I just have too much of it to go through in inventory to have done it tonight. We're locking a lot more stuff down, so you won't be able to order it at all. Got my stand-up pouch. I immediately turned around and ordered another. Right on. Did Man Belt Leather and Blackside Customs make you a belt? No, I don't. I have a lot of Blackside Customs buckles. I do not have a belt from them. I've got a Blackside Customs knife right here. Have you seen his yo-yo? They're badass. None in Woodland. Checked again. Well, we all know Michael Jordan isn't broke. Are you going to produce dump trays regularly? No, I don't think so. Bigger question, have you seen the video of our government flying illegal immigrants in the middle of the night? Absolutely. That's been going on for 1.5 years now. And if you listen to Monkey Works and Marfugal, what they're saying is that they're actually flying all of the immigrants out of the holding facilities, which are all on military bases, but they're not dismantling any of the fucking holding facilities. They're enlarging them and putting more bodies there. They're putting more people there, more guards. They're still currently hiring. And the speculation is they're going to put us in those cages. Blue Line EDCs. You have to assume that there is no belt made that you want to order when you order it. There's a ton of them up there. Will it fill your order? Maybe. But if we have to have the conversation as to whether it will ship come Monday, I would recommend that you not order the belt. Any plans rifle bags? Yeah, we have rifle bags on order. Absolutely, we're going to build some. When we're going to build your bag, I can't tell you that. I don't know right now. Because that's 99% of the time a dude asks that, you're only asking half the question. If you need a rifle bag right now, I would suggest you go order a rifle bag that you can get and not order it from us. You're hearing that more and more. Been housing illegals on Fort Bliss. They're on like fucking, I think they're on like 38 military bases have illegals. Now, when you hear the word illegal, you automatically think illegal alien, right? You think Mexicans. It's not fucking Mexicans. They ain't fucking brown people from across this border. They're from all over the place, and they're from fucking Saudi. They're everywhere, guys. You've got Hajis, you've got fucking all over the place, but very few of them are migrants from across the Mexico border. Poppies, yeah. A lot of them are on the fucking terrorist watch list. They had fucking hundreds of them literally just call Ubers and leave base. They don't know where they went. Do you think they just did that on their own? Somebody let them do that. That was orchestrated. Brick and mortar stores have damn near given up on decent inventory. They're living on online and shipping orders. Absolutely they are. Infiltration by design. Saw on the news tonight, toilet paper is expected to be hard to get. They don't know everything is going to be hard to get. Yeah. And you're hearing that shit like on CNN now. I'm on every watch list. Of course we are. You're being watched right now probably because you're on this video. Jean Boulet, what's up? Your governor's already said they are going to jail in holding facilities who are public health. Yep. 34,000 gone. Nobody knows. Yeah, nobody knows where they went. They took a bunch of fucking bus loads from the airport in Nashville, put them on buses, and took them to Knoxville and Chattanooga. We usually have a ton of blue line belts. I don't. You can't really tell because they're inside out, but that's probably one. But I would recommend that you not buy a belt from, like, if we have to have the conversation of time, like in all seriousness, man, I would find another source. And what you're probably going to find is there's not another source. You'll find some dude in his garage that will be more than happy to have your business. It's not going to be anything like a belt that we make if you can find a dude that'll make it. Yeah, they haven't removed any of them, the tent cities. Every phone call. It doesn't even have to be phone calls anymore, guys. It's text messages. They have all that shit. They gave Alex Jones's text messages to the investigators without a warrant. There was no warrant. And they had copies of all of his text messages. They just went straight to the phone company. The phone company gave them the messages. Have you heard the woke left is having an awakening? They are seeing the stupidity of their ways, hundreds every day. Yeah, I hear Tim Pool talk about it. Did you see the trans dating website or some website dating app where there's a bunch of trans people and they use facial recognition and that got loose or released somehow, so all these transes got outed? Been wearing my EDC every day for 10 years. Yeah, they work great. I'm wearing a low pro right now. I got 2 SOE belts that are 3 years old and 2 other manufacturers. Bottom line, SOE makes the best belt. What 40% off code is not working? Can I get a new one? That's because there is no 40% off code. There never has been a 40% off code. A friend of mine works for DeSantis. She told me they're flying illegals in at some clandestine airstrip. Yeah, they sent them, a bunch of them into Florida, and then Florida has a task force rounding them up. Said they were going to send them to D.C. I think we're still at $290 is the high bid on the leather dump tray. Usually when, like the 40% thing, maybe he fat fingered that. We don't give a discount. And usually dudes like that, I just ban them. Like, even if you're trying to be funny and you think that's your way of fucking being funny, all it does is disrupt my line of thought. And when people disrupt or detract and derail my line of thought, I get rid of frustrations in my life. Like you might, and you could very well be a $10,000 customer, but I will just lock that shit. If you derail my train of thought, I will remove you from everything that is my life. You know when you're driving down the road and you line that dot up with the car in front of you that's going slow or has smoke coming out of it and won't move over? Like in all fucking reality, if I could just fucking push a button and disintegrate that fucking vehicle in front of me to not exist, I would do the same thing to people that frustrate me online. I would literally push a button and you would cease to exist. Like you should hold that in your mind, because I'm not the only one that's like that. Like when people think they're being funny and they don't add any value to the conversation, there are plenty of people in the world that, given a slightly different set of circumstances, would end you. Like everybody should operate like that. I ordered an EDC belt a couple months ago. I don't mind waiting for the quality. Philip, are you the dude that just asked about the blue line belt? Derek, my night's great, man. And now I ordered more good stuff and the new codes and special items. Why give a discount when you sell through inventory 100%? Don, that's the point exactly, man. That's the point exactly. I get fucking 1,000 emails a day. Hey, can I order this? Can I pay for this? I'll wait however long. Hey, I got this thing. Can I send it back? No, you can't ever fucking send it back. You won't ever get a refund here, ever. I got a dude that just got a bifold, a new minimalist wallet, and he's like, I'm highly disappointed with this. It's got a burn mark. The fucking window has 3 creases in it, and the tag is sewn on crooked. I'm like, send me some photos. Like, I don't know what you did to your wallet, but it didn't come out of here like that. And the first time customer, only time customer, buyer's remorse, put some damage on his shit, thinking we're going to refund it. Like, we're not ever refunding that shit. The best you could hope for is you send it back and we'll send you another one. But like we didn't send that out of here. And there's no fucking way that left here like that. It goes through 3 fucking hands. EDC patches and knives. $350 on the tray. Got my low profile belt. We can return low profile belts. If you need a belt and you order a low profile belt and we don't have it, we build them within a day or two typically and send them. We ship all low profile belts are going out fucking within a day or two, if not faster. $350 on the tray. I have a ton of orders and have been so happy with every. Jen, I had one of your orders in my hand today. It was one that had already shipped. It was a large Woodland clothes bag, and when I punched it in, it had already shipped because we had communicated about it. I had at one point I had all your orders pulled up. Lone Star, what up? 900 on a tray if I can use a 40% off code. Very sus. Hey, you're gone, buddy. I have no idea who you are, but you won't be here with us any longer. Walk a few miles doing the videos. I put in probably about 2 miles walking in the building. Nowadays, when we first moved in here, we had pedometers, and it was 500. It was 5 miles and 6 miles many days. I have everything except one order from November. Right on. Low pro belts are sick. Y'all have like 6 of them. Still amazed people still ask about orders here and make some comments. It's only mentioned 19 times a night. Chuck, because they're passive aggressive. It's because they're passive aggressive. That's the patiently waiting. That's what that is. Who is Barry? Is that the guy Barry Seuss? I don't have a fucking clue who he is. But he said our 40% code, and then he's like, I'll bid $950 if I can get 40% off. That'd be a great bid. But you're just being a fucking cunt. Why don't you just bid whatever your fucking bid is? I have to have at least 50 plus orders. Trigger Mike, what up? I would like to look to see how many orders I have in right now. How hard is it? Log into your account and just look. A dude sent me an email and he's like, where's my order at? And in the email, he replied to the shipping confirmation email. So I clicked the link, right? And it goes right to, guess what? USPS website. And it shows that we delivered it. We took it to the post office a week ago. It sat there Monday. It sat there Friday when we dropped it off, Saturday, Sunday. And it probably didn't move Friday because of weather, and it didn't move Monday. I'm guessing it was Martin Luther King Day. And then it started shipping, and it went to Memphis. And I'm like, hey, click the link in the email you just sent me, just like I just did, and you can see your tracking info. I said, I can't see anything you don't see. And then call your post office and ask them where your shit is. And then call the Easter Bunny and ask him, try Santa Claus, and then call the internet. Like, I can't do anything that you can't do. Like, you see what I see. Like, welcome to your new normal. They can track orders on the shop. They absolutely can. They can track orders from their account. They can track orders from the shipping confirmation. There's a live hyperlink. That's what I click. When dudes are like, hey, can you check on my order? Do you know how I check on the order? I log into the fucking account the same way you can. Large tool bags. There are large tool bags somewhere coming. When, I don't know. COVID all over the place. There will be large. Everybody's like, are these coming? Are these coming? Everything's fucking coming. When is it coming? I don't know. I don't know when. And that's what we're moving to. Like, you're not gonna be able to order shit. We're just gonna put it up. It's gonna sell out in 5 minutes, and then you'll just wait for the next thing. You know what the other thing about that is? Nobody else fucking makes a large tool bag. And if you got some company too, they would make a few, and then they wouldn't make them for years. We'll be making large tool bags. I believe there are some orders for them, and I need some more large tool bags. Great getting orders out and turning out new. We're shipping a ton of fucking orders, man. We have less open orders right now than we ever have. And that's the focus. There's less shit for sale right now because we're filling up all the old orders. We're not building a ton of extras. We're putting the extras online and locking inventory. And I get it. Dudes work. Dudes aren't looking for stuff. A lot of guys buy impulsively. So when they see it on social media, and social media is fucked up. Like Instagram and Facebook isn't putting my posts in front of a lot of people until 2 or 3 days later. So guys see it and they don't realize the post is from 2-3 days ago. They go to buy it and it's gone. And they're like, hey, maybe you forgot to put these online. No, that was from a couple days ago. They're sold. It's fucked up. Like if you want a surefire way to see the posts I make, get on our other social media. Like get on Getter, get on Locals, get on MeWe, get on Float. I'm on all those places. I don't post all the stuff there though. I only post a few posts through the day there. Then I post a lot more on Instagram Reels, and also look at Instagram stories. Like I post a lot of shit up. Hey, I have these available. But like the normal posts, they're not putting them in front of guys. Edward Lopez, what's up? Ayers, what's up? Any new presenters and vendors for the prep fest? There are. I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head what they are, but there are. And I think we have a lot coming that aren't even like on, you haven't even seen them yet. They're not even, I don't think the website is up to date. My house is 29 trips around inside 1 mile. Got treadmill and YouTube now, right on. Every time I think about when my order might get here, I just wait and it shows up in a week. +50 SOE orders. I'm always amazed when I look at people's accounts. Like usually if somebody asks something and I pull their order up, if I'm dealing with their account, I always look at all their account. And there are a ton of dudes that have 1,000 orders. Like I can't even fathom how you have 1,000 orders with a company. But there's tons of those dudes. And I guess it's just history, right? Over time. We've been doing this 35 years now, but our website's only existed. This website software we're using, I don't think we've been using it even 10 years yet. Sam Carroll, but it's people have the perception of it being in stock. We don't have anything that says in stock. The website says out of stock or it will let you order. That just means it's populated or it's wide open and you can order it a lot of times. They perceive that because it doesn't say out of stock, then it means in stock. And that is not what it means. I don't have a way to rewrite that in the website though. I get it. People order expecting, I don't order shit anymore unless it's on Amazon. I don't order a fucking thing if I expect to have it without talking to the company. Hey, if I order this, is it in stock? Will it ship tomorrow? And I've had probably $50,000 worth of shit from companies tell me, yes, it'll ship tomorrow. And it took fucking up to 6 months to get it after paying $14,000 for one of the orders. 14 grand I paid for something that was supposed to ship tomorrow, and it took months to get here. So, you just don't know now. And even Amazon, I've ordered a lot. I ordered probably from Amazon 10 times today. And I order from Amazon all the time. I know, they're the devil. They're evil. I totally know. I order all the time from Amazon, and they don't have it. A lot of times it don't fucking ship. It's just like eBay, right? You order from Amazon or eBay and you get a shipping notification right away because the company has it automated on their side, whoever on Amazon you ordered from. I try to only order from Prime on Amazon. But there are many times when days go by and I just get refunded on shit that they had on there that they don't have. And a lot of times on Amazon, it's arbitrage, which means they have a higher price. You order it, and then they order it from somebody else and drop ship it to you. So a lot of times they have it on there just hoping they can get it, and when they can't, they just refund you and hope you don't, complain. There are companies that make millions and millions of dollars a year simply through nothing other than arbitrage. Say my first order on the website was 2012. Posted your session on locals and Slack. Garcia, man, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. But it says 8 to 12 weeks. It does say 8 to 12 weeks. I'm only around. Well, Michael, thank you for your 50 orders, man. And if it was one order, thank you for your one order. Sign up for the email and text. And we do that all the time, right? We get some new fandangle, right? And right now it's the text messaging. There's an algorithm to the emails. That's why every quarter, every 3-4 months, we go through and we kill 20,000 accounts off of our email. We don't ever auto-populate. We don't ever add them. We don't buy email lists. We don't merge. We don't sell our list. We don't give anybody our email list. When you guys sign up for our email and we capture that, it has never left our system ever. We also don't add to it. So we'll have 60,000 genuine email subscribers. but a lot of them don't open the emails. And we can see on our side of our email systems, we have email companies that we do business with for mass emailing, and it will show us, hey, these 12,000 people haven't opened an email in 6 months. And we'll go through and we will remove those. And then that week, when we send the email out, we get between $5,000 and $10,000 more in sales because there's an algorithm to it. And when you have less unopens, it puts it in the inbox on the other accounts, and the sales go up hugely. With the text messaging, at least currently, there is not an algorithm to it. So we've been doing this text messaging thing, I think, for 3 weeks now. We have over 1,000 people signed up. And we give you a time advantage. Typically, we send the text message out an hour beforehand. And then through the week, when we have things, like we'll have just 3 micro rigs left or whatever, or we'll build some special run of something, and we'll only send it out through text messaging through the week. Travis Newton, thank you for opening the emails, man. Only at 55 orders. That's fine, man. Thank you for your orders. We got new Amazon warehouse near my house. I've got some stuff the same day, early morning the next day. We were starting to have that happen here, Richard, before the COVID shit happened. Like Pierre ordered ice cream off Amazon, and an hour later they had it at his house. That was in Nashville, though. Based on some news out today, order anything you were thinking about getting pretty sporty. I think so too, man. I think so too. I'm adding stuff right now that I had no intention of, like I've always thought, like butterfly stove, okay? Kerosene stove. I keep a lot of kerosene on hand, and I keep a lot of kerosene heaters. We have not used one in over 7 years now. We used to. We heated for 3 years with wood and kerosene. I have a lot of kerosene. Kerosene doesn't go bad. I don't have a way to cook with kerosene. I think some of the Coleman stoves will burn kerosene. I don't remember which one. One will burn diesel and kerosene. Kerosene is just clean diesel. So anything that'll burn diesel will burn kerosene, which means your whisper light stoves, right? Your MSR whisper lights and your Expedition stoves, your Alpine stoves will burn kerosene. I just ordered today, I ordered a butterfly stove. And just think it's a little smaller than a kerosene heater, and it's like the bottom of it, and it has a top on it like your stove has the grate on there for putting a pot on there, so you can cook with kerosene. They make, and you can see them on the internet, they make a 3-burner. It looks just like a kitchen stove kind of, and it has 3 of those in it, and it has a 1-gallon tank that feeds those 3, so it has a fuel line. We might add that at some point. I don't intend to have to cook long term. Like, I have a lot of propane, I have a lot of other stuff on hand, but I have all this kerosene also. So I would like something that I could possibly cook, on should I have to. I ordered that. I ordered a Goal Zero, I don't remember which one. It's about 5 inches by 7 inches. It's a big battery pack, right? I have some Goal Zero stuff. I've got some solar panels and some foldable. Cody's been ordering some no-name stuff off Amazon that has the numbers are better than Goal Zero has, and it costs like a third the price. He's got a battery, he's got a solar generator, he's got some solar panels, and they're pretty badass. I was pretty impressed when he showed them to me the other day. We just ordered some more Barina grow lights. We're literally about any day now we're going to start growing and sprouting seeds, and then we'll move them into the hothouse. We're going to build another greenhouse that's a solid. It's not a hoop house. It'll be a solid greenhouse, like the Amish built buildings and the places that sell tiny homes. If you go to those lots, they typically have a greenhouse there, and they use that corrugated clear plastic, and it's made with 2x4s and 2x6s. We're going to build one. I think I'm going to buy one, and then we're going to copy them and build several of them. But we're going to use them for seed sprouting and for moving stuff in when it gets cold. I want to be able to have some fruit trees that won't grow here, and if we can just move them into something warm and place them by the building, so the building will radiate out, and then we could put water barrels on the other side of them which will catch heat on the south side and also radiate inward in that manner. So just some things we're doing. Do you have any long-term food? Yes, I do. My Patriot Supply, I recommend any. I don't know about My Patriot Supply. I see a lot of guys pushing them. They hit us up and wanted us to, because it's an affiliate program. You get they pay a pretty good amount for pushing My Patriot Supply. I see all these prepper channels using them. I don't know if Bear pushes them. I haven't tasted them. I used to be a Mountain House dealer. We have a lot of Mountain House. I have a lot of Provident Pantry. For years and years, I was in a group buy program with Emergency Essentials. Their website is Be Prepared, which is the Boy Scout motto. I don't know how the Boy Scout didn't get that website, but Be Prepared. And they had a deal and if you bought cases, you basically got a discount. So I have a lot of that stuff, like a lot of it. And then we bought a freeze dryer. So the most expensive thing to buy is protein. And I heard Bear talking about, he has a freeze dryer as well. His wife does some freeze drying. Ribeyes, like a ribeye, right? You go to the grocery store, buy a ribeye. A freeze dry ribeye sells for $50, and they can't keep them in stock. I'm not freeze drying ribeyes. I'm freeze drying bulk protein, and the cheapest protein to do is chicken. We bought chicken breast, and I mean, it's like fucking, Chemical Farms. We bought chicken breast at Sam's Club Friday night. We went Friday night. And we bought, I think we bought 40 or 60 pounds of chicken, a lot of chicken breast. And she did, I think 20 pounds is what fills up the freeze dryer. So she cubes it up in, cubes, like 1 inch by 1 inch, 1.5 by 1.5, whatever. She has some little Henkel paring knives that she uses. It blows my mind, but that's what she likes to use. She gets all the sinew out and all the fat. That goes in a bowl. We have a big ass bowl in there that'll mix into dog food tomorrow. And and then she cooks it. She cooks it in a big pan and puts taco seasoning, just a pre-mixed taco seasoning from, Sam's Club or Costco or whatever you like, right? Whatever brand you like. And so it's just taco seasoned chicken. And then we fill it into bags. We use 1 pound bags because they're very manageable. And we buy bags by the thousand. So we get a black Mylar bag, and then it has a Ziploc on it, which is totally awesome. They cost a little more. And then we use a frequency binder. We use a sealer, right? Some O2 absorbers go in each bag, or an O2 absorber, a little wafer. And then we put the contents in, and then we Ziploc it, and then we also seal it. And then we take those, and we typically nest those inside of these. And you could definitely do it a lot cheaper, right? You can go buy boxes at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. Everybody gets so much cardboard in the mail. Like, I throw so much cardboard away. I throw a ton of cardboard away every day. And we were saving it, but it would sit out there, and then I got to pay an employee to pull all the damn tape off of it, right? There's tape all over all of it. The tape doesn't break down in the garden. So we were taking it and just using it for layering, like lasagna gardening. I was taking it and having the trucks dump wood chips on when they dump the wood chips, just because it'll rot it down and keeps it out of the landfill. But the truth is, I don't give a shit. I do more than my part for the world, and I don't care if the cardboard goes to the landfill. The cardboard will break down in the landfill. But everybody has a lot of cardboard. So I use these things here. I buy stacks of them. You used to be able to get them at Walmart. I haven't tried to buy them in a few months at Walmart, but I bought a bunch of them. Here's one of the stacks here. And they get heavy when you fill them. Not real heavy with freeze-dried stuff, but I take those. We use a 1 pound stand-up bag, and they're kind of like bigger at the base than the top. So we set them in those bins as tight as we can get them, and then I set some in face down, right, upside down, and we fill in all the gaps. The same thing I do with like the Bear Creek soups. But yeah, I have a lot of food stored. I also have a lot of buckets. Like I always show these here. These aren't the buckets. I have tons and tons of 5-gallon buckets of rice and beans and shit that I hope I never have to eat. That's for you peasants when you show up and bring something useful. But when it comes time that you're eating that kind of food, there's not going to be any scraps. Everything that's left on a plate is going to go into a bowl, and that's going to go into a broth for the next meal, and you're going to add rice and beans and whatever you can scavenge. You're going to put whatever you can in there. And that's why we store the chicken, because you can put the chicken into anything. You could bake this freeze-dried chicken. You could bake it into bread if you wanted to. You could put it in anything. Mother Earth products. Been plowing all day. Feel bad going home early at 8 p.m., but gotta be back at 3. Go warm up, man. A nice warm shower. But you're plowing out of trucks or tractors, right? You have heaters at least. Big old thermos, maybe some chicken noodle soup or some good broth. First purchase, February 2019, 62 orders. Got in the game late, still ordering, getting my stats at the superstar. Sweeney, man, thank you for your orders, dude. The freeze dryer is an investment for sure, 7,000 or so. Are they that expensive now? There's I have an affiliate code on my website. If you buy a freeze dryer, use our code, please. It gives us a little percentage, though I've never seen anything from them. I don't know if they just amass it until we're like, hey, can we get that money? I don't know what it is. I think we get 10%. It just gives us 10% and takes it away from them. Same with Amazon. Anybody that watches our stuff, I got 112 on here and only 93 likes. Come on, guys, hit that like button. If there's anything in here of value or knowledge, share this out on your social media. There's a button down there on your screen that says share. It will pop up and you can send it to people in Messenger, somebody you might know that you were talking to the other day about food storage. Just send this to them, right? Send it. It doesn't do anything. It takes nothing for you to do it. It takes seconds. Do that for me. If you use Amazon, and if you go to any of my YouTube videos, there is a link in the notes. And if you click any of those links to Amazon, guess where it takes you? It takes you to Amazon. Every video where I talk about a product, I put a link in there to Amazon. You don't have to even buy it on Amazon. If you click that, it takes you to Amazon. And if anything you buy in the next 24 hours, so if you're going to go shop on Amazon, go to one of my videos first, please. Click any link and go to Amazon that way. It gives me a percentage of whatever you spend at Amazon. Amazon's evil. It takes money out of their pocket and gives it to somebody you like. Everybody with a YouTube channel does that, so know that. Always, just whoever you like. I don't care if it's me, if you'd rather give the money to Jack or Nicole, whoever it is. Just do that. It helps people out that you like. Large harvest right on sale for $3,600. That's a good deal for the large harvest right. Now, that's actually I think that's more expensive than it was. That's the harvest right with the little pump, the normal pump. When you add the oilless pump, I think it adds $1,200 onto that. I want to say ours was $4,800 when we bought it. What brand vitamin D3 do you buy and how many milligrams? Okay, I take 1,000 a day. There's going to be a lot of places recommend you take, 500 or whatever per day. If you take 500 a day and you have blood work done, and you take 500 a day religiously for a month and have blood work done, you won't even see it move on your blood work. I take 1,000 a day. There are a lot of people that take 30,000 a day. I don't know what brand. Amanda can tell you what brand. I'm sure she will post in here, or I'll put it. Are you on Facebook? I'll put a link up on Facebook to it. I don't think it's on Amazon. I don't think you can get it on Amazon. If you get the oilless pump, it's closer to 5,000, but the Premier pump is included right now, right on. So if you guys are thinking about buying a freeze dryer, or you're just curious, right? There is a great YouTube channel. It is Retired at 40. He was an engineer. His whole channel is about harvest right free. It's about freeze drying, not just harvest right. And he has some videos showing that you can buy an oilless pump off eBay for like $300, and it has great stats, and it performs every bit as good as the harvest right pump does. So maybe don't buy their $1,000 pump that a lot of times they don't have in stock. I don't know. I have their pump. Also seen some people online freeze drying and putting it in canning jars, but never seen the process or how they seal them. So if you have a chamber vacuum sealer, which you should have a chamber vacuum sealer before you buy a freeze dryer. It sucks all the air out and it will do jars. A lot of the cheapy vacuum sealers will also do jars, but you don't have to do that. You can also put O2 absorbers in the jars. But the problem you have with that is you have a lot of jars. Jars are heavy. You have the cost of jars. And if something happens, the jars break. If you had to move them all really fast, would you rather move a bunch of Mylar bags or would you rather move jars? Now, a lot of people are like, well, I can, so it doesn't make a difference. It's still, you can put a lot more food into Mylar bags than you can into jars. You have a lot of dead space with jars. I have tons of jars. These are just the jars sitting here. But you have a lot of dead space in here, in these flats even. Chamber vacuum sealer. I can put quart jars in here. I can put several pint jars in here. Right? Vacuum seals it up and seals the bag after it sucks it out. These are amazing. And you don't have to buy the 215. I think that's what I have, the 215. They have, my buddy BJ has a huge butcher shop. He's got like the 4500 or the 415. It's huge. It comes on a rolling stand and shit. It's enormous. I'm on Facebook. If you can post the brand of bee you buy. Also, I'm looking to buy lanterns on Amazon. The one I wanted went on sale yesterday. It was the cheapest I've seen in over a year. Chef, are we talking kerosene lanterns, paraffin oil lanterns, Aladdin lanterns? What kind of lanterns are we talking about? Do you heat seal the smaller Mylar bags? We do. Yeah, we do, buddy. So we have Mylar bags. Like this, right? Just like this. And we heat seal across the top. Here's the heat sealer right here. This is Harvest Right's heat sealer. But you can buy one of these for, I think, like 30, 40 bucks off Amazon. This one's a little better than some of the cheaper ones we've had. But this thing's amazing. Like we use these things more than most people do. I'll bet Jason, he probably uses his as much as we do, if not more. But like, we're using this thing commercially. I saw another channel, I can't remember, off of their food storage was in bags, but put in copier paper boxes, stood up, that is easy. Yeah, absolutely, man. I try not to use as much cardboard, just with the thought that if we got a breach and it got wet, I like to have it in tubs. And definitely when I was starting out, I couldn't have afforded tubs. Same thing here with the buckets. You have a lot of dead space when you store stuff in buckets when you stack them up side by side. I use, like we have a lot of stuff we don't show. I'll pull some out and show you what I'm talking about. But I use a lot of these bins, and even the bins taper at the top. They're not straight square, right? So I stack them upside down on shelving, like on these shelves. I have shelves custom cut. I cut them off so they'll fit in crawl spaces and stuff in different places. But like these bins right here, I don't know why we just died. What's the tray at? Last I saw was $290 was the high bid on the tray. 5,000 I use daily. Koos, what's up, buddy? I'm taking 10,000 a day. Where are you getting your Mylar bags at, and are you using the 7 mil? So I don't use the 7 mil. I have a bunch of big 7-gallon 7 mil. They're kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. And I use the big bags for lining and putting inside of the buckets, right? And the bucket's going to protect the bag. So unless you're putting sharp pasta or something, but I don't store sharp pasta. The only pasta that I store in bulk is spaghetti, because when you fill up a container with it, there is no excess air volume. All your other pasta is wavy or hollow. So you have a lot of dead space for the size of volume you're storing. So I only store we do store a lot of thin pasta, angel hair. because it will cook faster and use less fuel should that be an issue. So sharp things in the bag. We do rice, lots of rice. And the bags, you can buy them from Uline in 1,000, and we buy them from Webstaurant, and we do not get a wholesale on them. I was a dealer. We had a wholesale account with a bag manufacturer. That's what's there. There's 500. I think it's 500 right there. 7-gallon bags right there. I've got fucking stacks of them. I don't know where we've put them all. They were in the way. And the company was out of California. And when we got back to them, it was such a fucking pain in the ass to do business with them. They had a fucking PDF form, and they didn't just have a website. You had to call them and talk to them. I don't call motherfuckers and talk to them. Like, if I have to call you to do business with you, I'll just do business someplace easier. I mean, I get it. We probably lose a ton of business because we're not easy to do business with. But I can only make so much shit, so that's kind of my business model. But these bags, these boxes, 1,000 bags right here. Here's bay leaves. 1,000 of these, 1,000 of these. And what these are, 6x8 chamber vacuum 3 mil bags, made in China. 10 by 13, and you go to Uline, man, you can get any size bag, any shape you want, any color. They have all kinds of stuff. And the bag we use the most is just these right here. It's a stand-up bag, so it stands right up. You fill it up as much as you want to, and then it's sealed right here. And then this here, I'll put them in this way, and then the next row, I'll put them in this way, and they'll nest right into each other. Jonathan, what do you do that I would hire you? What do you do? And that's not an asshole question. What value do you bring to my team? What do you do? I love Uline. I do too, man. We tried to set up a dealer account, and they do not do any wholesale. You can buy buckets from Uline. You can buy a pallet of buckets. That's 120 buckets from Uline, and you can get them in any color you want them in. That does not, and that's $580 for 120 buckets, and that does not include the lid. No, it's $475, and it does not include the lid. Philip, what's up, buddy? We're doing the auction for the leather dump tray right now. Last I saw, I think it was at $290. Anybody know what the high bid on the dump tray is right now? The high bid's $350. Who has the bid? My company used to be a part of Webstaurant store. Right on. I love Webstaurant. Love Webstaurant. I've ordered from them several times, and you can pay the exuberant next day shipping fee, and the shit actually shows up the next day. Twice they have delivered, a semi truck has pulled up and dropped stuff off. I've ordered from Webstaurant the day after I ordered it. Hire me, I promise I can stop progress. It's my promise to you. How you feeling, man? Philip, what's up? Lone Star Living, EDC. Okay, yeah, Richard has it, okay. Locking stackable heavy-duty bins at Lowe's on sale, $12. I think they're 67 gallon. Are those the black with the yellow lids? I use a lot of that stuff. We bought them for hydroponics. I like a clear lid. I like a clear bin so I can just see right what's in it. Other people will use, they'll just use color coding, right? They'll use different colors or different labels that denote different things. Now we just fix all the kitchen equipment and stuff they sell from the web store right on. I have this right here from Webstaurant, and it stopped working. The company has sent us a brand new compressor, which is not here, but it's not even a year old, and that freezer died. That came from Webstaurant. Thought I was gonna walk out. There they are. See all the yellow lids? And the 5-gallon buckets, yellow lids. There's some big totes there. Magnus! Hey, come here. He won't walk to the side. You can't really see him. You can see him there over the Mustang. That's his hello bark. How at Magnus's leg? Magnus never had a leg problem. The other dog had a foot problem, and she's fine. Love Uline, a lot of products, no complaints. I like clear bins for plant propagation. Not too shabby. Getting back into the swing, right on. Do I think I'll get any more dogs? Yeah, I'm waiting on another one right now. I was looking through, we have a couple Facebook groups here locally. Well, West Tennessee farm animals, or West Tennessee chickens and farms, something like that. And there's some Pyrenees and some Anatolian kind of in the state here locally, right? I'm looking at one of those dogs, and I have a female coming from Magnus's breeder also. I have a female. I have the third pick out of the litter, the next litter. Freedom. You got a ton done? Right on, man. Other catalog was MCM and Granger. Yeah, MCM is MCM. Aren't they? Isn't that like climbing and rescue gear? Granger's awesome, but it's impossible to get a catalog. Like, you can't even buy a catalog from Granger. So you don't even really know all the shit Granger has. And Uline's insane. I get a Uline catalog every single week. Every time I get a package in here from Uline, it comes with a catalog. Can you imagine the budget they spend just printing catalogs? The real question is, when are you going to get the kitty? I don't know when we're getting her. I taught my F2 to sit and stay in about 20 minutes, right on. Electronic parts company. Do you remember going to Radio Shack and buying resistors and capacitors? You could buy breadboards and circuit boards and developer to print your own boards, and you just bought anything, components. They just had everything there. Love Anatolian Pyrenees. Akbash is another. There's a bunch of dogs that look like Pyrenees. And you would say, if you didn't know, you'd just say it's a Pyrenees, and maybe they are, just from different regions. I see a lot of people with dogs too, and they're like, my dog's a Pyrenees. No, your dog's not a Pyrenees. Somebody lied to you. Radio Shack and Heathkit. They're brothers from the same litter. Yeah, I have two Pyrenees that are sisters from the same litter, and one looks like she's got a little Anatolian in her. Hey. Can you hear him purring? I'll eat your soul. Catch your foot. Catch your other foot. Can you hear him? Thoughts on the country slipping into depression? For some people it is. Don't be in a position where it's going to affect you. Be in a position, have a plan to thrive. A lot of people will hear negative shit and act as though it's happened to them when it hasn't. Yeah, I think we're slipping into a depression. I think we're at the end of an empire. I think there's terrible shit coming. But there's a lot of people who are living, and they're just like, oh, my food costs a little more. I'm having to work a couple extra hours this week, right? There's a lot of people who you couldn't have the conversations we have because they're not aware it's going on. They don't care. So are you better off knowing it, or are you better off just using your time and just moving forward? I have friends that are buying luxury cars and boats and jets, like buying multi-million-dollar planes, and the economy doesn't seem to be slowing them down any. So I think a lot of it's just mental. He's like 12 to 14 pounds. He's not a big cat though, like compared to we have cats that are bigger than this cat. Ham radio. I tell you, the Canadians are on it. Good for them. Yeah. Let's hope it continues. Like, it's not going to end until it escalates. PSK 31. Anybody use that? If you know what it is, you know what it is. If you don't, you might look into it. Friends that don't watch the news, they say go about your business. That's it exactly, man. Like, I think it's great to have the conversation. I kind of have to. Like, I mean, if you look at what our podcast was about and conversation, right? If I have these conversations, I have more audience, right? So I know a little bit about it. But like literally the last 3 or 4 weeks, I haven't watched anything on YouTube. And when I go to YouTube, it's like, oh my God, the world's ending. Oh my God, you got to buy this thing. You got to do this. And it's always the same shit. And you watch some of these videos, and it's not even what the fucking title of the video was about. It's just them rambling to make content. And then Tim Pool, he's got a perspective on things, but then he's such a little fucking bitch. He throttles it all back like, oh my God, YouTube, I'm sorry I said that. Please don't ban me. So I haven't watched really any of it. Even friends sending me videos, I don't watch them. I'm like, what did he say? Just tell me which part you want me to watch. I literally don't have time for it. I don't have time. And it's not that I don't have time for it. It's just not important to me. I am busy doing things. I touched every single order on paper that was up front. I've got 100 orders shipping out Monday that are already processed. All they have to do is go in boxes right now. Was I better off doing that, or was I better off listening to some videos that are, that want me to jump up right now and go buy a bunch of gasoline? I do miss the pod. I do too. But the podcast was, fed off of, right? If Jeff was there, the podcast went into, I can't do it myself. We basically would do a podcast. You guys would leave questions, and we would read the questions and then discuss them the next day. That's basically what I do right now. Unfortunately, on YouTube, the comments you guys leave, when somebody goes and watches this video tomorrow, you can't see the comments after the fact. Get out of there. Thousands of years, what happened 5 miles away from your home didn't matter. Now people think they need to know what's happening. Like all the stuff going on in Russia right now, right? How's it going to affect you? We're fucking around with Russia for 50 years. Do you really think Biden didn't get on his little jet plane and go meet with Putin a couple months ago when they were going to have their meeting, right? He talked to him on the phone, and then he went and saw him. Do you really think they didn't say, okay, you do this, and we're going to say we're going to do this, and then you do this, and we're going to say we're going to do this, and we need to be mad at each other so we can all fucking spend a little bit of money, and then we can steal some of the money out of the money. We can take graft, right? And it's going to calm my people down because they're really mad about this mask shit, and we're so scared that we're putting a concrete wall around the White House, even though I haven't even spent 10% of my time in the office at the White House. It's all diversion. It's all diversion. And the rich steal money from you and get richer and richer. Don't play their system. Don't participate. Don't fall for their reindeer game. Underground economy. Figure out something to do with all your time instead of watching all the fucking doom and gloom shit. Find out a way, figure out a way to build something that people want to buy, that they will give you money for, that cannot be taxed, or trade. See, we can have that conversation. It won't be long until they try to make having the conversation illegal. Hear that long pregnant pause, right? So you can think about that. What can you do that people are willing to pay you for, that they will pay you in cash? Or crypto. It's all theater. It's absolutely all theater. Every one of the wrestling stars that you watched as a kid, I never watched wrestling, never watched sports. I thought it was all fucking stupid. But the wrestling shit. Do you remember when one season your wrestling star was a good guy and the next year he was a bad guy and vice versa? That's what your government is. Your government is literally Hunger Games. Canada and Australia already making conversation legal. Yeah, Canada, Australia passed something. Australia has a law that they can access your social media and remove posts or alter the post as though you made it yourself. What's that mean? That means they can entrap your friends. Had people barter and pay me for my sauce and jams and jelly. Perfect. You should encourage that underground economy. They're scared to death of it. When they no longer matter, you no longer mind. Learning to build furniture and work construction for the exact reason. You have a license to steal right now. Tactical Tennessee. Who are you? Where are you? If you can do construction right now, fuck, you can work literally 24 hours a day. There are people moving all over the place. We have tons of people pouring in all around here, and they want to build stuff, right? They've sold their $400,000 home at an inflated $1 million. They have cash burning a hole in their pocket. They bought the biggest RV or mobile home or trailer they could buy and came here, and they put in a gravel road, and they want to build their estate here. Their money will go 3 times further here. They can't break ground for 3 years. There's not a contractor in the area that will even come out and give them a bid. So if you can do handyman stuff, they're buying these beat-ass broke houses just to have something to live in, and they don't know how to do it, or they don't want to do it, and they will pay people to do it. If you have tools and a little bit of skill, you don't have to have tons of skill, you just have to have more skill than they have. Why do y'all think Trump got involved in WWF wrestling to get trained for the diversionary art? Maybe. See, I use all these hashtags like fuck Biden, right? And let's go Brandon. And every time I do it, people show up and they want to attack me over Trump. You're confused. See, that's just it, right? Oh, I get it. You're playing the game. You're in there. They're fucking. You're part of them, and they don't understand that, right? See, the government doesn't care whether you're for the left or for the right, as long as you're for one and fighting with the other. What they worry about is when you're not fucking even involved in the game. You're not only are you not on a team, you're not even part of the game. And they always burn those people down, the people that are not part of the game. I don't build, but I can cook like no other. That's awesome, man. And the beauty of that is that everybody loves to eat. Everybody loves to eat. Knoxville, but we'll be out in Camden next couple of months, cleaning a few things up over here before I make my move permanently. Freedom was telling me that exact thing. So you're moving to Camden? Is that your plan? Moving to Camden? I like going through Knoxville, man. All the old abandoned places and just the old industry that's just sitting there rusting. I love Knoxville. I love Chattanooga. Went to send friend request, bunch of Chuck peoples on here. Work in a casino, handle all the casino high limit action. A guy come in there the other day and drops $275,000 in an hour. Yeah, I don't think the economy is too bad for that dude. A good EDC pen. Look at Blackside Customs. I have Surefire. I have a lot of EDC pens. You need to have the conversation with yourself. What you want an EDC pin for. Do you need to hammer this through a 2x4? Do you need to shove this in somebody's eye socket? They're heavy. This is a beautiful pin. He has some that are way prettier. I have his titanium ones are just amazing. You can drop thousands of dollars on pins. I have a $7,000 Mont Blanc pin. I don't ever write with it. I have some $1,000 Mont Blanc pins. Amanda uses a $1,200 Mont Blanc pin every day. Cody bought himself a $1,000 Mont Blanc pin. They're beautiful. 99% of the time. We have new people working here, so I'm always hesitant. Like there's razor blades and shit in here. 99% of the time I use one of the clicky pens that we had. I think we had 10,000 of these things made, and we sent them out with orders at one point. But 99% of the time I use this. It's light. You don't know it's in your pocket. And when I set it down and fucking leave it someplace, I know I have a box of 9,000 more of them. And I've lost pins for months, like literally thought I lost them, that were over $1,000. So just you know, be honest with yourself what you want a tactical pin for. I have them so that I can take pictures. They write good. They write great. Make sure they have a cartridge inside that's replaceable easily. I think most of them do. But Surefire kind of did the first ones, I think. And I have some Surefire ones. I haven't looked at lately to see what they make. I did like them. I do like them. Just, you know, where are you going to put them? And will they fit in the pin slots on your Katanica shorts if you wear Katanica shorts? Tactical spork. That was the huge fad 15 years ago. Tactical sporks, right? We bought all kinds of sporks. Came in a package of 3 different colored plastic ones. We had titanium ones. We had the Snow Peak and the titanium cups that fit in the Nalgene stuff. I never use those motherfucking things. I carry a goddamn real fork and spoon. They were just neat, right? Everybody had them, so we bought them. Amanda carries a beautiful silver fork with her in her purse. Because during the COVID shit, assholes wouldn't give you real fucking silverware. We're buying more than 70 jets this year, and they're already sold. That's fucking awesome. We are buying more than 70 jets this year. Dude, that's fucking awesome. I don't know who you are, but fucking more power to you guys, whatever you're doing. Right in the Rain. I have some Right in the Rain pins I like. I just bought a lot of Right in the Rain stuff to build, you know, these pouches and stuff with. I built a new pouch. I don't think you guys have seen. Maybe you have. Here's a Right in the Rain pin that I just bought here. Oh, it's a mechanical pencil. I built a cover for a larger Right in the Rain journal, and I don't know where I've put it. But I'm going to take that and turn it into something else before we put it out for sale. We're going to add some more to it. So think a cover for a maybe 4x7, 4x6 Right in the Rain. The little bit bigger one, bigger than 3x5. And it's a side binder instead of a top spiral. It's bound. right? Instead of this one, it's the bigger one. And it opens from the side. It holds it perfectly. You'll open it up, and it'll have some slots for credit cards and shit in there. And then it'll hold a pin in the spine. And then we might do one that closes with a zipper also. How's Amanda's Jetboil canister going? Amanda has lots of Jetboil canisters. These are the ones that we have recently purchased. I think there's another stack up by the front door, but these are all Jetboil cans. It's to the point now when we go to a store and they have Jetboil, I don't buy Jetboil canisters unless they have a whole case because I don't want to carry them. And these are 2 layers, so there's 24 per case here. And I want to say I have 20 cases at this point probably. And then we have probably even more that are loose like these. We don't even use Jetboil. We don't even use Jetboil. But I'll bet you that the money I paid for those Jetboil canisters will be worth more than the dollar spent a year from now. It's just store of value. It's store of value in things that if things got bad, we could use. I would recommend you all buy these propane tanks. They don't go bad. They were 2 packs. We used to pay $4 for this 2-pack. It's $11 now. Right in the Rain side bind that are 3x5 right on. These are bigger. This one's bigger. It's right in front of me. It's just that everything in the building is multicam black. I had it at dinner last night. I think I put some photos of it up somewhere. Tactical pin 2, laugh out loud, so impractical, but makes me feel safer. Sport. I cannot get a good focus on this thing. This thing's great. I've got all kind. I love flashlights. I have a bag full of flashlights up there. I bought at REI the other day. Love flashlights. I don't think this will ever leave my pocket though. I love this because it's flat. It's flat and it fits right here, right? All of my pants have this side pocket right here. And when I put this light in this side pocket and I get in and out of my trucks, it doesn't touch when I sit. It's on the side enough. And this pocket's already full. And this pocket I carry my phone in all the time. You can see the patina where my phone is. And I have a side pocket. Most of my pants have that side pocket over here also. So it works great. Somebody sent me this Louis Vuitton knife. So it's a Microtech. And there is a company that took a bunch of Microtechs and had them painted. And Microtech really enforces all their trademarks and shit and goes after those guys. So it's kind of a gray market thing. I carry a Streamlight wedge light, wanting to upgrade to the stiletto, but I love how flat the wedge is. I'm not familiar with the wedge. I ordered a fucking Gerber knife of all things today, and it's kind of flat. It has a really cool blade profile, and it has bamboo on the handle. It's very cool looking. I bought it just for photos, right? Just so I could use those hashtags and put our dump trays and our EDC stuff and market towards Gerber people. But it looked really neat, and it was only like 45 bucks. And then, of course, while you're in there looking at that on Amazon, they show you 20 other cool things. So I think I'm gonna buy those, use the fucking stuff, and then we're gonna do some giveaways and shit. I say that all the time. I just get it really is a lot of work for us to do giveaways. Because when you give stuff away, people aren't invested in it, and most people, they're just dumb. They're literally just, people are fucking dumb. Usually have 2 of them on me, Glock 43, and have 1 things around on my bag or car. You got a Glock 43, good for you. Stiletto, best EDC flashlight. Man, somebody gave me this thing, and it's awesome, man. This thing is great. You ever notice these lenses turn yellow? When you get them, they're not yellow, but the lenses turn yellow, and I wonder if that makes the light not as bright. Came out a few months back or so. Little longer and slimmer than Stiletto, but doesn't have the rear tail switch. I don't use the rear tail switch. I actually forget that rear tail switch is back, because when I grab it out of my pocket, I hold it here, and I am never, ever here. I guess I would be if I switched the clip around. I didn't even realize, I didn't even know you could switch the clip around, so I just looked at it right now. But I'm never back there, right? Love Gerber stuff for every day around, beat around. Got 1 knife I've had for 29 years, but lost 4 times. It keeps showing up. I lost a camouflage wallet in the canyon when I was probably 12, and I found it when I was probably 18. In the same canyon, right where I left it. We were playing BB gun wars. I'll get you, my pretty. And your little dog, too. What, Timmy? What? Lassie? Timmy's in the well. The top bid, I think it's at 350, and I think that's it. I don't think it's going over 350. Brian, man, I have a safe, and all that's in it is knives. It's full of bins like these, full of knives. And some of those bins have $40,000 worth of knives in them, and some of them have $1,000 worth of knives, because there's fucking 50 knives in that thing that cost $20 a piece or whatever. But you know, I've got people around now, kids and shit, so we can use them. Like, what kind of knife you got? You don't have a knife? Here, pick one, right? Shit like that. And we can give them away and just start putting them in orders and shit. We do send out a lot of stuff. We just put random shit in people's orders sometimes. Watching newborn baby boy first day home. Congratulations, Blaine. That's awesome. Do the parents know that you have his baby? That you have their baby? I'm just fucking with you. It's your baby, right? Do you know who the mother is? Have you used any of the Mod Light handhelds? Cloud has a really nice EDC light dropping. I have not. Have you heard of Deadwood Customs? Have you used any of their lights? I'm really digging the flat. Flashlight. Plus, when you lose it, if it falls out, you don't lose a $1,000 light. I think I bought 4 knives this month alone. Dozen over the last few months. Knives started showing up at the gas station around here, and that was a wrap for me. It's your baby. Of course, it's your baby, man. I'm just fucking with you. I hope that you got a smile out of that, or a laugh, or a chuckle. Guys, do yourself a favor when you buy a multi-tool. Don't buy a Gerber multi-tool. If you have a Gerber multi-tool, do yourself a favor and buy a Leatherman multi-tool. Were you rich finding the wallet? No, there might have been a couple dollars in there. Back then, I didn't even have like identification or anything. You love the Louis Vuitton knife. Wish you had contact. Man, get online and just search Louis Vuitton Microtech. You will find guys finding them, selling them. There's Microtech groups online on Facebook. For all the people that hate Facebook, and I hate Facebook, but there's a lot of very good groups on there. If you're looking to buy a dog, if you're looking to buy animals, if you're looking to know something about animals, there are very, very active poultry groups online, meat birds and egg birds. There's very good rabbit groups. There's very good knife groups online. If you want to buy knives, Strider, there's 2 or 3 Strider groups out there that are amazing. The movement and the stuff that comes up for sale. And that's the same thing with Microtech. And then you have like blade forums, and there's all kinds of forums and groups with high volume changes hands. Same with watches and stuff. So just get online, man. You'll find somebody selling that. I would love to have a black one with red LVs on there. Fucking amazing. I would love to have that. I've never seen one either. When the Sith came out, the Sith Lord ones, the black and red they did, I bought 35 of them at Blade Show. I gave them to all my people that were at show working the show booth with me, and I kept several of them. Currently carrying a Gerber M600 multi-tool. Been meaning to buy a Leatherman. Oh, you'll love the Mutt. The Mutt is much larger, though. I'm not sure what the M600 is. I needed these for photos. So I bought them because it was the only thing they had at Home Depot that night. And I bought this black one's not bad, right? This is like their old original. This one's not bad. The other one they have is a fucking hunk of shit. It has sharp edges. When you close it, the scissors don't close all the way and will cut you. And then the frame lock releases are sharp and super skinny. It's literally a fucking piece of shit. You'd be better off just carrying an old fucking pocket knife than that. Carry a pocket knife, a Phillips screwdriver, and a fucking flat blade screwdriver in your pocket. You'd be a whole lot further ahead than using that shitty multi-tool. Oh, that's the M600? That's not a bad one, man. That's not a bad one. Finally awake to watch the live. What's up, buddy? Y'all should check out my buddy Mike Smith on Facebook. Fat Doggy Knife, all custom handmade knives. His designs are very SOE style. Kennel, buddy, Nightlife. Send me a link to his stuff. I'll check that out. I put a post up about what are you guys using for kitchen knives, and holy shit, some of you guys have some beautiful fucking kitchen knives, and some of them have a low price point on them. There's some beautiful kitchen knives. I was debating between the Wave and the Signal. So which ones do I have? I don't even know. Here's that shit. This thing is a fucking hunk of shit right here. This scissor sticks out most of the time, and it's fucking cut several people. And then I can't show you without opening it. These things are fucking super sharp and kind of. It's just made like. I almost feel like it's the fucking knockoff from Pakistan is what it feels like, and I know it's not. I have some. Here's another one right here. I think this is one of the ones I was talking about. This is that Deadwood custom flashlight I was telling you about. It's all made of titanium. What were we looking? Oh, the Leatherman tools, the multi-tools. I don't know where all my multi-tools went. I have this shit just sitting here from photos, then it gets moved all over the place. I have some Leathermans. I don't know which ones I have. Haven't used any custom lights. Been using the higher end weapon and handheld. I think they're Mod Light, 70,000-ish Candela. Throws light a long way right on. Anyone have a Leatherman Free P4? Made me about a dozen knives. I like the Leatherman Signal. I think I have the Signal. I think that's the new one I got. Does it have like the little carabiner thing on the back? I think it's a Signal that I got for Amanda for Christmas, and they did it up in me for TIFF Blue, and put some cool laser engraving on the main blades. They did some custom engraving on there for me, laser etching. Shit, never heard of Deadwood Customs. Google them, and the first one that popped was $2,000. Yep, I'm telling you. No matter what level you're at, there's another level that you don't know about. No matter what world you maneuver around in, there is another door. And when you get to the higher level of the world you're in, people will notice you and invite you into other worlds. And that applies for everything. That's everything. There are high-end gun manufacturers that you have to be invited to buy. Like, you won't ever see advertising. You will only know about them because somebody who owns one told you about it. And it's the same thing with cars. It's the same thing with everything. Watches, cigars. Like, you can't even buy one. If you had all the money it took to buy it, you couldn't buy one unless you already owned one. Like, that's just how that shit goes. Porsche, Ferrari, they all drop cars. You can't even put money down on one if you don't currently own one. 3 Striders, yeah, I love Strider stuff. We shared a building from the very beginning. Strider goes way back. They have models named after me and several of my friends. I have the red one. Wish they had a brighter red. What are we talking about? The red one. You talking about the Louis Vuitton one? I haven't even seen a red Louis Vuitton one. Throw that thing away. What are we throwing away? Got a Surge a few months ago with the butt extension and 2 sleeves of flat bits. Yeah, I think I have a Surge. I got something that came with some bits. I think we're going to build kind of like our multitasker pouch. I think we're going to build a different pouch for the Leatherman that has an extra slot for those little bits. Watched a video years ago, and whether you or Scully mentioned there's always a need for a garbage man. Because unemployed, because of COVID, so became a trash man making more money now. Especially if you're a private. If you just like I see people constantly in these local groups here, like literally it's became a beggars and complainers group, right? That's all they do is fucking asking for free shit. And there's a bunch of dudes in there also that are like, hey, I will haul away your trash. Constantly, I will haul away your trash. And they stay fucking busy. I got a friend that is a trash man now. And I think he has, I don't know how many customers he has. He's making more money doing that than his normal jobs, his normal gigs. Like, there is money to be had, and people throw shit away. People get new things and they just throw it away. So if you take a picture of it, set it on the side in your side yard or in your bigger extra garage or whatever, take a photo, somebody will buy that shit. And if it doesn't sell, lower the price each week. Just lower the price until it sells. And if it doesn't sell, take it and give it to fucking, give it to Goodwill and use the tax write-off on it. SOE Strider is like an Excalibur. Oh, the swords, Excalibur? I thought you meant the dehydrator. Leatherman Signal, red version. Got it. Death, big business. Yeah, death, religion, and sex are your 3 largest businesses. All right, guys. I've been debating on my own trash business. I haul big cans, not residential. I've sold tons of shit coming out of Amazon cans. Oh, I'm sure. Look up Freegan, right? It's like vegan, but Freegan. It's people that just take stuff out of trash cans, to include food, out of restaurants and stuff. And they just live freely. And they live pretty fucking well, some of them. They live on a pretty comfortably, and everything they do is free. You could take wood, right? We bought 1x6s, I think, are what these are. And you can get the crooked ones or the ones that are damaged on the end that some assholes dropped off the rack, right? So it's chipped on the end. And they'll usually give them to you for half price. You could just go around to Home Depot and Lowe's and take their half price wood and then stain it and burn it. And I'll bet you there is a market to buy these. If I could buy these right now from somebody, if there was a dude on Facebook that had these done, I would buy hundreds of them right now from them. Just so I don't have to stand here and do it, right? And I would do, I'm working several more pallet walls. I buy these pallets already broke down in boxes from Home Depot, and a semi truck pulls up here with 100 of them for me. and I use the pallet wood, right? It's got all kinds of different grains and different types of metals and different brandings and shit in them. And then I torch them, and then I stain them, and some of them I stain them, and then I torch them. But if I could buy the wood like that already, and I'm sure if I want it, I'm sure there's somebody else that wants it. And if they don't know they want it, all you had to do was, you know, start putting it together and show some different social media campaigns with it and what they could do with it, and you could develop a market for it. Sent you links to Pat Doggy Knives right on. I'm not allowed to bring any more stuff home. It's been forbidden by the queen. Well, the queen better have a really good job, and if she's making money like that, then you shouldn't have to work. And if that's not the case, then you get to bring home anything you want. Especially if it makes you money. But that's the reality of it, right? Like, I just bought this Gerber knife. I bought it because it looked neat. It was a very impulsive buy. But I can use hashtag Gerber, and when I search hashtag Gerber, I'll see what other hashtags they're using. So I'll use their top 10 links that Gerber people use, whatever that might be, and I'll add them in, and I'll use the exact same items. I'll show all my items with those Gerber knives, and I guarantee you that those dudes off those hashtags are going to buy at least 1,000 pieces combined, right? All of them. I'll sell another 1,000 pieces of all this little EDC stuff we're building solely because I used Gerber. And that makes all that shit a tax write-off. And for you guys that have, a lot of people have this concept that tax write-off means that you just get the money back. The government gives you all the money back at the end of the year. That's not at all how that works. It just removes some of the money that I owe the IRS. Just built pig and goat pen. Curious why you don't have pigs. Super easy to care for. Return is pretty quick, 5 to 6 months. Because I don't want to process them. That's the real reason. I should have pigs. I should raise some pigs. I have so many friends with pigs that I don't have to raise pigs. Pigs fucking wreck the property. They do damage on the property. And the truth is we're going to get some pigs. We're going to add some pigs. We just haven't really worked and divided the back area yet. We just got it fenced recently, that everything's contained now. And I got a buddy here that does pigs all the time. So we probably will have him do some of our pigs. I have 600 pounds of sausage in the freezer right now. I have all kinds of fucking meat from pigs in the fridge, in the freezer. And we don't cook a lot of our own meat. We just don't. We have people here that cook and make wonderful meals. I ate a bunch of ribs tonight before I got on live feed that Jeremy made Friday. And we go out to eat all the time. That's kind of a thing. We leave here solely to go eat. It gets us out of here. And while we're out, we run around, and you see you'll see it in almost all of our videos. You'll see Jeremy cooking, you'll see Amanda cooking. That's lunch. And there is so much leftovers made that we never eat them all. We usually send a lot home with the employees. We'll keep some, and then a lot of it goes to the animals. It all goes back though. It never leaves us, right? Pigs are easy to take care of, but tear up the property where you put them. But it's worth the return investment, in my opinion. Right on. Tip for pen: build it stronger than you think. And remember, a guy named Eli, I believe, from Alabama on your vids, seems really cool dude. Yeah, Eli had some awesome pork, absolutely. Eli did a lot of pigs. He had a deal with all his grocery stores where he would pick up all the pallets of pumpkins and watermelons and all that shit. So Eli wasn't having to pay for feed. I don't have time to run around and do that shit. I don't have time for that. That requires employees. That becomes a business. And then you have the issue of people, right? When you trust people to take care of living things and you don't have constant oversight, you find that they stop taking care of living things and they die. That's what happened with my snakes. My snake guy let a lot of my snakes die. very expensive animals. That meant I had to do it. And for years, it was a full-time job. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Everybody have a great night. Email went out tonight. Text message went out tonight. The leather tray, I think we'll close that. It closes at $350. Was the top bidder on the leather tray. And if you guys like the auction stuff, maybe we'll do some more of them. The auctions are a lot faster on Facebook. Even though I posted on Facebook we were going to do the auction, there were not a lot of people on YouTube for the auction. May be able to help you out with the pallet wood burning and staining if you're interested. See what I can do about getting the wood and figuring out. No, don't worry about that, man. I'm talking about you. If you should start a business, I'm just throw that out, right? There's so many people saying they can't do shit, but they're not trying to do anything. I have tons of wood here, man. Don't fucking do that just for me. But I'll bet you would find that there is probably a market for it. Yeah, Richard, send me an email, buddy. Good night, guys.